Blessed love, holy love, sacred love, abundant love, source of love, let your love shine down on me. From below, from above, love I hope I'm worthy of. Oh, source of love, let your love shine down on me. Before the morning light, I already feel it shining. Before I open up my eyes, I already see it shining. When my road is rough, I can feel your love, and that's enough for me. Blessed love, holy love, sacred love, abundant love, source of love, let your love shine down on me. As above, so below, love from whom all blessings flow. Oh, source of love, let your love shine down on me.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom. It is such a pleasure to be with you here at Temple Emanuel of South Hills, here with you if you're with us in the virtual space. And it is a wonderful service for so many reasons. It is a great service because it is Shabbat, and we come together this evening, as have Jews in generations past, and God willing, generations future, to celebrate our day of rest, our day of peace, our day of recreation and rejuvenation. It's a great Shabbat, though, because tomorrow we celebrate the Bat Mitzvah, the coming of age of a remarkable young woman within the community. And it's a tremendous Shabbat because we're honored to welcome with us this evening cantorial student Sierra Fox, who is with us. You'll get to know her and her story. She's with us every other weekend, thereabout, give or take, a little more now because of the early holidays, a little less later because she'll be headed off to Israel as part of her program at the Hebrew Union College. But we're so excited to have her, to have Lily, to have each of you with us as we welcome Shabbat in song and in prayer. You know this one, and we'd invite you to join along. Though we don't need much extra warmth on a beautiful day such as this, we bring a little extra light into this space. I invite you to turn to page 2 for the blessing as we kindle the lights of Shabbat, and then after that extra light, an extra bit of sweetness this Shabbat with Kiddush on page 5. For these blessings, it's my pleasure to invite up. Can I get the whole HEPS crew up here? Can we make this a family affair as we join and support Lily and invite you for kind of a preview of coming attractions to welcome Shabbat to join us in the leadership of this service. All right. Who shall I entrust with the microphone?
Go ahead, Will.
I'll give you that. All right, I'll set this right here. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and use that to light the candles. And then we're on page 2, and as we light the candles in but a moment, I'll invite you to sing with us. Yeah, so go ahead and, yep, go for it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu I invite you to turn to page 5. I invite you to rise along with us as we grab that glass for Kiddush, and I think it's wine. Go carefully when we get to that part. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom HaT'filah lemikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashaman. Good choice. Shabbat shalom. Congratulations. That's so cool to celebrate with you tomorrow. I invite everyone to be seated as we turn in our prayer books, as we continue welcoming Shabbat in song and in prayer, words of Lechu Neranina. You can find them on page 12.
Lechu neranina Adonai, nari
Preparing for her bat mitzvah and the Devar Torah, the speech, the words of wisdom she'll offer us tomorrow, I challenged her to think about how we know when others around us are excited about something, right? Think about a time when you've been excited to meet someone, perhaps excited to share some happy news. Your eyes get bigger, your hands get more expressive, you start talking faster and louder, and we share that same sense of excitement, as Lily will at her bat mitzvah tomorrow, as we turn to pages 20 and 21 in our prayer books, as we greet the Sabbath bride. Thank God it's Friday truly is a Jewish concept. We're relieved, we're excited to welcome Shabbat into our presence as we join together as the mystics did in northern Israel, words of Lecha Dodi, pages 20 and 21.
HaT'filah גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה.
Same sense of excitement with which we greet Shabbat, I invite you to turn to the people beside you to wish them Shabbat Shalom, to greet them as well. I invite you to find your seats, though we have not yet finished our welcoming as we turn to page 24 with words of Shalom Aleichem. We welcome God's ministering angels to join Shabbat, to join each of us in this sacred space.
Malachim
When Debbie Friedman composed that beautiful setting of Shalom Alechem, you might have noticed the change in the last stanza. The Hebrew text, as it's written in our prayer book, says, Seitchem l'shalom. May you go out, may you depart in peace. And she changed it to Shuvchem l'shalom. May you return, may you be welcomed again in this space in peace. So too may it be for us. May our comings and our goings be a constant return, a constant opportunity to try again as our days are refreshed and renewed. Would you join me in the English in the middle of page 27 on that very theme? Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, less routine set my ways. As we continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26, and then our Baruch Hu on page 28, I invite you to rise if it's comfortable to do so, to rise in person, to rise in spirit, to rise in prayer.
Yitkadash, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'amad Yivrach Yerutei, Ve'amlich Malchutei, V'chai Echad Uv'yom Echad, Uv'chai Echol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, Uv'izman Kari, Ve'imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'alam ulam me'almaya, Yitbarach v'yishabach, V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitador v'yitaleh, V'yitalam Shemei Dekurshah, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, La'amiran be'alma, Ve'imru, Amen.
Would you read with me in the English on the top of page 31? Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv haravim. And on the bottom of page 33, wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We continue pages 34 and 35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Seated.
Ve'ata et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinanta levanecha v'divarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shofbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha u'chtamtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני
On pages 40 and 41, sing the song of men and women join in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Michal
top of page 43, we recognize the onset of evening with this prayer for safety and peace and protection. Would you join with me? Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. And we turn the page 44, channeling that excitement of greeting and welcoming to the Sabbath day itself. Truly a covenant between God and the Jewish people for all time. We rejoice in that connection. We rejoice in this day. Special treat, as a preview of coming attractions, as a chance to shake off some of the nerves before tomorrow's Bat Mitzvah. It is my pleasure to invite Lily forward to join me as we join together in the Amidah, and I would invite everyone to rise and join us as we continue in song and in prayer our Shabbat Amidah, page 46 and following.
Adonai Sifat HaT'filah Ufiyah Tefilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei וקונן הכל, וזוכר הסלע ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה. מחפר חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשמי אהבה. מלחמות חפת גבולות, וביתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחייך, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה בחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחייך הכל. אתה קדוש בשמך.
I invite you to continue now with the silent prayers of your own heart, with the words of tradition through page 60, either or both. And when you've finished your silent prayers, I invite you to be seated. With a sense of excitement in our hearts, for Shabbat has arrived, with a sense of peace in our hearts, we turn our thoughts to those who may be without peace this Shabbat, those who may be suffering from ailments of mind, of body, of spirit. If there are those you are thinking of, for our Mishaberach Lecholim, our prayer for those who are ill, I invite you to share their name in this community. If you are with us in virtual community, doing so by offering their name where you may be, or sharing their name in the chat box, that we might all concert our energy and our efforts, our thoughts and our actions on their behalf. And if you are with us in person, as my eyes meet yours.
Scott Meyer.
Michael Penn, Terry Dillon. Shelley and Ellie Reagan and Bobby Earp.
Chase Klaskin.
Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, who brings a measure of comfort to all who are ill. And together we say, Amen. With our prayers, our names, and our hearts, we continue page 253 with our Mishaberach. Tzedek Tirdof, we read in next week's Torah portion. Justice, justice you shall pursue. The maxim that not only judges, but that each of us must pursue, be active, be diligent in the pursuit of justice. The words themselves convey this very meaning. It's a literal translation. Justice, justice you shall pursue. But it does so also through its form. Justice you shall pursue, tzedek tirdof, it could have been enough. But the tradition emphasizes it. Tzedek, tzedek, justice, justice, with a duplication of the words. Tzedek, tzedek. No, really, pay attention, this is important. Justice you shall pursue. It's not an unfamiliar mechanism in Torah, that repetition of words to catch our eye. It's a writing style that serves to emphasize certain points, and in the thinking of Rabbi Joseph Soloveitchik, it also goes one step further. Repetition, he says, is not only about emphasis, but about active pursuit. Justice you shall pursue. And it's used when others are pursued as well. In about a month's time, as scary as that is, we read the repetition, Avraham, Avraham, in our Akedah, in our Rosh Hashanah Torah portion. Isaac bound and waiting for Abraham's hand to fall, finds himself pursued, arrested through this duplicate call. That urgency of repetition, it demands our action, or at least the lack of action in the case of Abraham and Isaac. Another repetition is found in this week's Torah portion. Abed to abdun, we read in Deuteronomy 12:5, you shall really, truly, utterly destroy any site at which idolatry was practiced. Rashi suggests that this duplication is for emphasis in the totality. Like any good gardener knows, you can't pull just the top off the weeds. You have to go down and get the roots as well. Bachya ibn Pekuda goes a step further and says you must then grind it up, allowing it to be scattered in the wind that you might never allow that site to be used for idolatry again. The duplication is for not only current use, but future use. But it's Rabbi Soloveitchik's commentary that I want to focus on for just a moment tonight. Duplication means active pursuit. We have to actively seek out to pursue that which is wrong, to be able to correct it. It's not enough to sit back and wait for problems to come to us. We must go out and seek them out to address. Justice, even the poetic kind, doesn't happen without an active hand. Stopping that which is unjust, staying Abraham's hand, also didn't happen without God taking an active effort. And so too, Joseph Soloveitchik says, it is with the act of repentance. When he read the words of this week's Torah portion, this duplication of words, he realized that it occurred right before the Hebrew month of Elul, the month that begins on Sunday. Elul, that time of spiritual and mental preparation before Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, presents us with the opportunity to become active participants in the act of teshuvah. We can't wait, he implies, for others to tell us what we've done wrong. We can't wait for a system of justice, a court, to tell us what we have done wrong. We must be active, searching within ourselves, looking for those things which we can make better in the year to come. Elul, this month before Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, reminds us that the time is near and that our work has to begin. Where did we go wrong? Where can we do better? What can we do to make it so? Abed to abdun, Soloveitchik says, seek it out. Tzedek, tzedek, pursue it. Avraham, Avraham. Emily, Emily. Sierra, Sierra. Bob, Bob. Each of us individually. Seek it out. Pursue it. Put in the time over this next month for our most meaningful high holy days yet. Shabbat Shalom. We turn back in our Sidurim, back in our prayer books to words of Aleinu L'Shabeach. We can find them on the bottom of page 282. And when you have found your page, I would invite you to rise as together we join in song and prayer.
Shalom,
invite you to be seated. This time, our thoughts turn to our loved ones who have departed from this earth. We remember those of our congregational family, those we hold in our hearts, those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. This Shabbat, we observe the period of Shloshim for Toba Myers and mark the yahrzeit, the commemoration of the passing of Bessie Baker, Eunice Barnes, Albert Brownstein, Margaret Dell, Ruth Ehrenrich, Arnold Faber, Howard Protus Freed, Meyer Handmaker, Samuel Harris, Maxine Hoffman, Alan M. Hoffman, Esther Horlick, Fanny Katz, Ruth Cooperman, Jerry Light, Nathan Lightman, Emma Wolf Loeb, Martin Markovitz, Edward Motzman, Mary Plung, Robert Routman, Beatrice Rubenstein, Sheldon Sachs, Arnold Schillett, Edith Shapiro, Jamie Steve Simon, Gertie Smiga, Robert Solak, Robert Vatz, Rose Weinberg, and Harry Weiser. Vatz, Rose Weinberg, and Harry Wisser, Weiser, perhaps. If I've inadvertently mispronounced the name of a loved one, or if there are others you hold in your heart this Shabbat, I would invite you to share their name with the community. Yehei zichronam livracha. May the memory of all of our loved ones be for us an everlasting blessing. As I would invite you to rise at this time as we turn to page 294, their affirming words of Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabba, b'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayehon v'yomechon, v'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shemei rabam v'orach le'olam v'lamei amaya, yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu, le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran b'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom mimramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May God, who makes peace in the highest of heavens, make peace for us and for all who mourn. And together we say, Amen. I invite you to be seated. But a couple of thank yous before our closing song this evening to everyone who has joined us in the virtual space, to everyone who has joined us in this physical space. It is wonderful to be back. Perhaps you have received in the mail our High Holy Day magazine. You can see that our hope is to be back, to be able to be in the sanctuary for our High Holy Day services, to have a robust online presence for those who aren't comfortable being back or who may be joining us from elsewhere. You'll see a new family service. You'll see familiar kids services. You'll see lots of different opportunities. If you have a question about anything taking place over the High Holy Days to come, or the month of Elul to begin on Sunday, please ask Leslie or I. We're happy to help, and we're happy to see you, God willing, this Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. A tremendous thank you to you, Leslie, for making things happen behind the scenes. Jim Burns, thank you, as always, for leading us in song and prayer. And Sierra, such a pleasure to welcome you this Shabbat and for many Shabbatot to come. It is wonderful to have you here, enriching us with your voice, enriching our community with your pastoral presence. And I'm really excited to share all of the different things we'll be working on together with the congregation in the coming year.
Pleasure is all mine.
We continue Words of Adon Olam, a classic, page 321, and I invite you to join us. Seek it out, pursue it, each of us individually, that we might prepare for a wonderful year ahead. Adonai yishmor tzeitecha uvoecha l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'ad olam. May God, who blessed your coming in, bless your going out to Shabbat dinner, to wonderful celebrations of Shabbat, to Israel soon to be. And may God bless your coming in to life and to peace evermore. Shabbat Shalom.